Hello YouTube makeup lovers. So today's video is my January favorites. I cannot believe that the first month of 2014 has already gone by. I have really great products to share with you guys. Some of these products I did buy in the middle of January. To be exact, two of them I actually tried, not bought, but I actually tried for the first time on January 12th, but I have been using them ever since. So I thought that they definitely qualified for January's favorites. And then a couple other ones I have bought in the month of December. So I have already been using them for quite some time and I really wanted to share them with you. So I really hope that you have a lot of fun watching this video. So the first product I want to mention is a palette. I have traveled a lot this month. I have been on 2 trips. I think I left for 5 days. I came back, was home one day, and left again for another 4 days. So I just didn't even unpack my makeup and it worked great. There were different temperatures, completely different type of trips. One was a business trip, one was a fun trip, and the makeup worked great for both. This palette that I want to share with you is my #1 favorite of the month of January. I got it for Christmas. It's the Lorac Pro To Go palette. And it is such a good palette. It's so compact. I like it because it's small. It is a little thick, but it doesn't bug me because it really saves a lot of space because there's so many products that I didn't even have to take in my makeup bag on this trip because everything is already in here. It has 2 flaps, one here and then one in the back. And the first one is pretty much the eyeshadows, and I thought that they were all great. This is really good to do some neutral looks with, and I pretty much use this every single day throughout the trips and even when I was home just because I loved it so much. And then the back has 2 blushes and a bronzer, so I didn't even take any other blushes and I didn't take any other bronzer. These worked great. The colors were great. I even used this little brush that comes in the palette to apply some highlight under my brow right here because I have forgotten my brush that I usually use for that, and it just worked perfect. It also has another little brush on the other side. That one I actually didn't use. It's kind of like a little angled brush, but you never know, it may come in handy. My only complaint is that it does get a little dirty, the packaging, but I mean, what matters is what's inside, and what's inside I love. I also really have been liking the IT Cosmetics CC Cream. This has SPF 50. I use the shade Light. This works great. It is the best BB or CC cream that I have ever used. I was never a fan of the BB creams. It does say that it's a color correcting full coverage cream and it has an anti-aging hydrating serum. I don't think it's like fully full coverage because honestly I just use a pump, maybe a pump and a half, and I apply it over my face. I feel like if I would use more it would feel a little too thick because it is a cream, but it does cover a good amount. I would say it's medium coverage, a good medium coverage. I have drier skin, so I do use my moisturizer first and then I apply this over it and it works great. But of course I don't even bother with primers, with SPF, because everything is in here and it is just really good and I just really like it. I don't think it's hydrating enough for me on its own, but it works really well with the cream. But that is kind of why I wouldn't just glop it on to make it full coverage, because I feel that it would feel a little too thick because it does feel like a cream when you apply it. Put it on with your hands all over your face and you're good to go. I saw this on YouTube. I got it at Ulta. It says it's chemical, filter free, and it's paraben free. So really recommend it. IT Cosmetics. If you have tried other IT products, let me know which ones you love because I am really wanting to try other products from this brand. This is the only product I have tried from this brand. The 2 products I mentioned at the beginning of the video that I did buy or that I did try in the middle of January are the Marc Jacobs Genius Gel Foundation and this Marc Jacobs The Face 2 brush. I did a first impression video on these 2 products and I loved it. I will link to that video below. I actually did it when I was leaving on my first trip this month and I just really like it. It is the Genius Gel, I mentioned that already, but I use a 26 Bisque medium. That's a color that I use. I really like this foundation. It has a pump and it just works really great. I mentioned in the video that for me, I like to use it a little bit more from light to medium coverage. It does build up nicely, and I usually though use it more lightly. I don't use it to make it a medium foundation. I pretty much usually like to feel a little bit more natural. I don't really want that much coverage, just a little bit, just to kind of like even out your skin and just make you look more flawless. And I usually just do one pump. If I want to do a little bit more, I'll do two. I did notice that when I did it a little bit thicker, I was able to get an almost pretty much full coverage foundation, but it didn't feel as natural anymore. Like, it didn't look as natural on my face, and I don't really like that look. It works really great on me. I love it, but like I said, I like to use it lightly. One pump, two pumps max. And the brush, of course, I adore. It is awesome. It's so luxurious. It's so dense. It blends in the foundation so nicely. I really, really like it. It is a fancy brush. These are a little bit pricier products, but I think they're really great. They're great for your skin. No breakouts whatsoever. And I'm just really excited about them, and I hope to try another one of these brushes, the number one I want to try. I have two bronzers that I want to share with you this month. The first one is this Jane bronzer. This is the shade Empower. I saw this on YouTube as well. They sell it at Ulta. Very inexpensive bronzer. Great deal. I noticed the other day that they had a buy one get one half off deal on Ulta. This is what the bronzer looks like. And let me just show you a little swatch on my hand. It is a dark bronzer. I do not use this as a bronzer on its own, I guess, like an all-over bronzer. I like to contour with it. I like to use it with my NARS brush, and I just put a little bit here for the contour because it gives you that nice definition, and it's just really nice, and it's a really great and affordable price. The other bronzer that I like has been this Bobbi Brown that I've been liking, has been this Bobbi Brown Golden Light bronzer. It's the number one. It's a bronzing powder. This one, as you can see, is a little bit, well, a lot lighter than the Jane bronzer. So there you see the two together. Let me show you a swatch of this one. See, it is a lot lighter. Now, so they're both really, really great bronzers. This one, of course, I think it's easier to use because it's not as dark. Here are the two bronzers side by side. The darker one is the Jane one, which is the one on this finger, and the other one right here is the Bobbi Brown. So both great bronzers. This one I bought at Sephora. Product I've been loving. I don't even have the full size. I just have a really nice, generous deluxe sample, and it is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. I can't even remember how I got this primer. I don't know if I could have gotten it with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder Palette or with what else. I have no idea how I got this primer, but I did, and it works really great. I mix it in with the foundation, and it just makes it a little bit more light, a little bit more natural. So if you maybe have a thicker foundation that you really like to not dilute, but it does kind of dilute a little bit just to make it a little bit more natural and not so thick, I think this is good to put a little bit of this into the foundation. It makes you look really beautiful and flawless. So I really like it. I have a lot of this left because I really use a little bit, but I think the minute that this runs out, I will be buying the full size. For nail polishes, I have been loving the Formula X nail polishes from Sephora. These are two colors that I really, really like. They paint so good. You pretty much, I always use two coats, of course, but you can pretty much get away with one coat. That's how good it covers. With the first coat, you already get the exact color that is on the bottle. That's what I like with nail polishes. If this is the color that I see on the bottle, that is why I'm going to buy it, and that is the color that I want on my nails. So any nail polish brands that don't accomplish that really annoy me. That happens a lot with Essie, but with Formula X, I have not had that problem. What you see is what you get, and these are two colors that I have been liking. I am wearing one of them right now, which is this one right here, and that one is called the color Riotous, or I think that's how you say it, but it's just a really, really pretty, it's kind of like a fuchsia color. It has a lot of purple in it. And then I also really like this red called Ignite. Really great colors. They paint so nicely. I have had this manicure on for a week. Tomorrow it's going to be 8 days. so it just lasts a really long time. Of course, I have the Formula X base coat, and I have the Out the Go top coat and 2 coats of it, so I'm sure the base coat and top coat help, but it has lasted a really, really long time. I also have some lip products this month that I have been loving. This one is the Maybelline Color Sensational, the Buffs. These are the ones that they came out with a line of nudes, and this is the shade Truffle Tease number 930. Really great nude. I'm wearing it on my lips today. This is what it looks like. It is such a pretty color. I really like these Maybelline lipsticks because I love the really bright ones, the ones that are the vivids. So when these came out, I was like, oh, I'm totally gonna love these, and I did. Here is a swatch of the color. I think I'm gonna do a video on these because I actually bought 4 more. So now I have a total of 5. So I think I'll probably show you some of those swatches and just kind of review them. But it is really, really great lipstick, and I may get more, but I definitely got the 5 colors that I love the most. So who knows, maybe after this video I'll just go ahead and film that one so I can get it up right away. And they're just really, really great consistency. It feels good on the lips, and I just really like it. Good color payoff. And over that, I have been using a lot this NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Vanilla Cream Pie. That is this one right here. These butter glosses are really nice, and this one I have really been liking it. It's like a pink color. It has really good color payoff. There you have it right there. And I like to mix these colors, even though one's more pink and one nude. If you mix them, I think it makes a really great color. I have it on right now. I've probably already like gotten rid of some of the lip gloss, but I just think it makes a really nice nude lip to mix these 2 colors together. So I have really been liking this little combo this month. And I have a couple of hair products that I have been loving from the drugstore. The first one is the Pantene Weekly Deep Cleanse Shampoo. It's a purifying shampoo. It says detox and reset with 2 times the antioxidants. I really have been liking it. I have already used it for about maybe 3 weeks in a row. I did just do it once a week. It didn't feel like it was too rough on my hair, but it did feel nice and clean, and I just really liked it. It has Mosa mint oil. That's what got me, because I love mint, even though it doesn't really smell that much like mint. I actually don't smell the mint at all. It smells more fruity than it does minty, but I just really liked it. It feels nice and clean, and I wanted to try it, and I loved it. And I also have been liking this Organix Hydrating Tea Tree Shampoo. I like this brand. I just really hadn't tried that many of the shampoos. I have tried more of the like the serums for the hair, but not really the shampoos, and I've tried some conditioners. So I really wanted to try this one. Again, it has mint. This one does smell very minty, and I wanted to try it. I was a little hesitant. It's sulfate free, and which is supposed to be very good for your hair, and I don't mind that it's sulfate free, but I like my shampoos to lather. And one time I bought these shampoos at Whole Foods, and they didn't lather at all, like not even a little bit, and I hated them. And this, now I do use a good amount of this, but these lathered really nicely. I felt like with this, it just cleaned my hair. It seemed like I didn't even need a second shampoo, which I always do, and I did. But it's just really good. It says it has moisturizing milk proteins and micro-infused peppermint oils for hydration and balance. So this has been a really good shampoo. I bought it because everywhere I go, there's only like one left. So I figured, man, that one must be the popular one. The other organic shampoos had a full row of products except for this one a couple times. So the third time that I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna get this and try it, and it did not disappoint. It is a really great shampoo. So that is pretty much it. I really hope that you enjoyed this video and that you check some of these products out. If you have used them, let me know if you love them or if you hate them. And as always, thank you so much for watching B Lounge Makeup. Bye!